Have you ever noticed your mind feeling chaotic the moment you open your eyes, dragging down your entire day? The alarm goes off. You hit snooze. Just 5 more minutes, and suddenly it's half an hour. Eyes still groggy. You grab your phone, scrolling through endless news, messages, and social media. Then it hits you. You're late. You jump out of bed in a rush, already tired, unsure where to even start. Your mind is pulled in every direction except toward yourself. This is what happens when we lack inner discipline, a core principle of Stoic philosophy. Inner discipline isn't about forcing yourself to be robotic. It's the ability to take charge of your thoughts, to manage your emotions, and to avoid being ruled by autopilot habits or fleeting feelings. A Stoic trains the mind the way a warrior trains the body. Every morning is a battlefield, and the toughest opponent is always yourself. When you start your day with a steady mindset, undistracted, grounded, you take control of how your day flows. Your productivity goes up, sure, but more importantly, you feel a deeper sense of peace. Today's video will walk you through 11 practical lessons to help you train your mind each morning. Inspired by Stoic principles, along with clear, real-life examples so you can apply them easily. Follow these lessons and watch how your day begins to shift. Lesson number 1. Quietly start. Morning is a special moment. It doesn't just mark the start of a new day, it's also the time when our minds are most impressionable. Right after waking up, the boundary between the subconscious and conscious is still thin. Emotions are unsettled, and thoughts begin to surge like waves rushing the shore. If you're not careful, you'll get swept into the current of the day before you even realize where you are. That's why stillness matters so much. Just 3 to 5 minutes each morning, sitting quietly, doing nothing, no phone, no talking, no scrolling. Simply being there, in your own stillness, is how you reset your entire internal operating system. Science shows that this silent moment helps regulate your breathing, shifting your body from the underlying stress of restless sleep into the parasympathetic mode, that is, the state of recovery and relaxation. It lowers cortisol levels, calms the nervous system, and most importantly, it lets you start the day awake, aware, and not at the mercy of external chaos. Adam, a tech startup CEO, once shared his simple but highly effective habit. Each morning, before opening his laptop, before replying to a single email, he sits in a chair in the corner of his room, closes his eyes, takes 3 deep breaths, and sits in silence for 5 minutes. He doesn't call it meditation. He doesn't use music or an app. It's just a moment to remind himself, I'm alive. I'm in charge of this day, not the world out there. Since building this habit, Adam finds that he no longer reacts impulsively to unexpected news or pressure. He responds rather than reacts. And that's the clear sign of a trained mind. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." That line isn't just a philosophy, it's a practical instruction. Instead of chasing peace from the outside world full of noise, news, and demands, The Stoics learned to return inward to the one place they truly had control. Morning stillness isn't a spiritual ritual or a slow-living trend. It's a mental strategy. It's how you start the engine of your mind on your own terms, instead of letting the world hit the ignition. It's beginning with intention instead of reaction. And it's the foundation for a day lived with discipline, clarity, and self-mastery, just as the Stoics intended. Lesson number 2. Identify the virtue of the day. Every morning when you wake up, the world hasn't changed, but you have a new opportunity to choose how you will live that day. In Stoic philosophy, all external values, money, fame, success, can be taken away. The one thing you truly own is virtue. To a Stoic, virtue isn't some abstract concept to display on a shelf. It's a compass for every small action. And to train your mind, you need to put virtue on your desk each morning like a tool to sharpen your will. What is my virtue for today? It's a simple question, but a powerful one. Choose one quality you want to cultivate in your mind: patience, honesty, courage, or temperance. Just one. But live it fully for the whole day. That way, you won't just know what's right, you'll do what's right, even in the most ordinary situations. Say you choose patience. That day, every challenge involving waiting becomes a training ground. When stuck in traffic, instead of getting frustrated, you remind yourself, "This is the patience lesson I chose this morning." You breathe in deeply, exhale slowly, and observe your emotions rather than get swept away by them. You're no longer at the mercy of your surroundings. You're actively training your mind in the middle of a chaotic world. A day like that doesn't go to waste. It's a small but real step forward in becoming a better version of yourself. Identifying your virtue of the day also helps ease the mental clutter many people feel in the morning. When you don't know what to do, you drift through the day on autopilot. Worse, you're led by emotions. But when you have one virtue as your focus, every action gains a clear purpose. It's like an anchor that keeps your mind from being tossed around by news, complaints, or outside distractions. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, once wrote in Meditations, "Live as if today were the last day you were granted to live with reason. And if it truly were your last, what would you want your mind to be filled with? Anger, anxiety, envy, or calm courage, quiet honesty, open-hearted compassion? You choose, and you train. Every morning, choose one virtue. Practice it. Observe yourself. At night, reflect and acknowledge. That's how a Stoic sharpens the mind like a blade, not in the storm, but in the smallest motions of everyday life. And if you're ready for the next challenge, get ready for a lesson that might change the way you see every obstacle in life, and show you why that's the greatest strength of someone who has learned to master their mind. Lesson number 3, Premeditatio Malorum. On the morning before an important meeting, you make coffee, open your laptop, and your mind starts running through all kinds of scenarios. What if I lose connection halfway through? What if a colleague challenges my idea? What if the boss asks for data I haven't prepared yet? These questions aren't meant to induce panic. They're meant to prepare, because you know things may not go as planned, and being ready is the strongest way to keep your mind steady. This is the spirit of Premeditatio Malorum, one of the core practical principles of Stoic philosophy. Roughly translated as premeditation of evils, Premeditatio Malorum encourages us to imagine potential obstacles, failures, or crises, not to be pessimistic, but to face them proactively. Stoics don't believe in luck, they believe in preparation. They train their minds like warriors train with swords, not waiting for the enemy to show up, but always ready for battle. Morning is the golden time to apply this principle. Before diving into the chaos of work and life, sit still for a few minutes and ask yourself, what could throw me off today? It could be traffic, an irate customer, a crying child, or a flood of deadlines. By visualizing these things in advance, you strip away their element of surprise. Your mind has already acknowledged them, already told itself, this might happen, and I won't overreact. Modern psychology calls this mental rehearsal. Professional athletes do it every day. They picture themselves falling, trailing in points, or losing narrowly, and they mentally rehearse how to bounce back before ever stepping onto the field. This trains their nervous systems to adapt faster to pressure and stay calmer in real situations. For regular people like you and me, this too is a form of morning strength training, learning to live with uncertainty, so when it arrives, we don't panic. More importantly, Premeditatio Malorum doesn't stop at imagining what could go wrong. It drives action. When you picture losing internet during the meeting, you naturally check your connection and set up a backup hotspot. When you anticipate a colleague pushing back, you prepare your arguments more thoroughly. This preparation is mental discipline, the kind that lets you respond with reason instead of instinct, and stay in control of the moment. Try applying this principle for the next 7 days. Each morning, before anything else, spend 3 minutes imagining that today might not go perfectly. Not to be afraid, but to be ready. And you'll see, the more you prepare for what could go wrong, the more resilient you become to whatever actually happens. Lesson number 4. Distinguish between what is controllable and what is not. Every morning, our mind faces a series of choices: to worry about what hasn't happened yet, to get frustrated over what's beyond our control, or to focus on what we can do better today. That single choice shapes whether our day will be one of clarity or of fatigue. One of the core lessons of Stoicism is drawing a clear line between what's within our control and what isn't. This isn't about giving up. It's about protecting your mental energy, maintaining inner stability, especially in those first few hours of the day. When you give your full attention to what you can control, your actions, your thoughts, your reactions, you become proactive. On the other hand, when your mind fixates on what's beyond your power, other people's emotions, judgments, or unknown outcomes, you easily become a victim of circumstance, swept up in forces you can't change. Imagine you're preparing for an important presentation. You can control how thoroughly you craft your content, how many times you rehearse, how steady your voice is, and how presentable your outfit looks. But you can't control how the audience will react, whether someone will criticize you, whether the weather cooperates, or if the projector malfunctions. If your mind circles around those uncontrollable variables, you'll start your day with anxiety instead of calm. Philosopher Epictetus once said, "Make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens." That's not just advice, it's a compass for living a mentally free life. When you learn to let go of what isn't yours to hold, you're also freeing yourself from pressure, expectation, and fear. Training your mind each morning should begin with this question: what is truly within my control today? It could be the time you wake up, the attitude you choose when facing difficulties, the way you respond to others. Once you master this, you'll notice that you're less shaken by what's happening around you, and your spirit grows stronger, no longer dragged around by external factors. Try this for 1 week. Each morning, write down 3 things you'll focus on controlling today, and 3 things you'll choose not to worry about. You'll notice a shift not just in productivity, but in inner peace. Have you ever caught yourself wasting energy on something beyond your control? Share your story in the comments. We can all learn a great deal from these everyday experiences. Lesson number 5. Act now. There's a common trap the modern mind often falls into. We wait for inspiration. We wait until we're more awake, in a better mood, or feeling it before we start working. But for the Stoics, waiting is a luxury. They understood that emotions are unreliable, while actions are what shape us. Stoicism doesn't care how you feel in the morning, it only cares about what you do. Action comes first, motivation follows. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, 'I am rising to do the work of a human being.'" That quote is a wake-up call for an age drowning in delay and hesitation. It's not judgmental, it's an invitation to return to our nature. We are beings of action, not machines driven by mood. Acting immediately doesn't mean rushing through everything or skipping the plan. On the contrary, it's a mindset of initiative, refusing to be drowned in doubt. Each morning, you might feel unready. But at that exact moment, if you get up, wash your face, brew some coffee, open a book, and read just 2 pages, you've already won your first battle against procrastination. No need for meditation music. No need for a superfood smoothie. Just start simple, raw, but decisive. Modern neuroscience backs this up. When you take action, even the smallest step, your brain releases dopamine, the neurotransmitter that gives you a sense of accomplishment. It's action that creates motivation, not the other way around. And if you keep up that rhythm each morning, your body starts to remember, morning is when I get going. No need to wait. You turn behavior into a reflex, and your mind becomes disciplined naturally. The Stoics didn't write philosophy to put it in a glass case. They wrote it to live by it, walk with it, and act on it. When Epictetus said, First, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. He wasn't preaching, he was commanding himself. And if you want to train your mind to be disciplined every morning, here's the step you can't skip. Act now. Don't wait to feel ready. Don't wait for perfection. Just begin, because no one can control how they feel when they wake up. But you can control that first step. And from there, the whole day changes. Lesson number 6, Memento Mori. Perhaps nothing wakes us up more than remembering that one day we won't wake up at all. No more alarm clock. No more sunlight spilling through the window. No more, I'll do it tomorrow. Memento Mori. Remember that you will die is not a threat. It's a deeply human and awakening reminder from Stoic philosophy. It doesn't make you pessimistic. On the contrary, it helps you appreciate each moment of life with more depth. Each morning you wake up, if you're truly aware that life is finite, you won't drift through it on autopilot. You'll stop postponing the things that matter, calling a loved one, writing a page, stepping outside for a workout, or simply sitting still for a few minutes to listen to yourself. When you realize today might be the last time you get to do these things, you'll do them with full presence, no need to wait for inspiration or the perfect timing. The philosopher Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." That's how the Stoics trained their minds not to live in fear of death, but to live more deeply because they were fully aware of it. Imagine getting a call from a family member, the one you've been meaning to call back later. In that moment, when you're about to put it off again, whisper to yourself, "Memento Mori." And you'll find yourself picking up the phone and calling not out of duty, but out of gratitude. I am grateful for still having the chance to connect, to say I love you, and to be present. Applying Memento Mori in the morning helps you break free from autopilot mode. It pulls you back to what really matters, cutting through the habits that numb your mind: procrastination, gloom, laziness, wasting time on things that don't count. When you live as if today could be your last, you don't waste the first hour of your day. You use it to live with intention. If you've made it this far, I want to pause for a moment to say thank you. We're halfway through the journey, and the fact that you're still here means you're truly making time for what matters, training your inner world and living with awareness, day by day. I deeply appreciate that. Let's move on to lesson number 7. If Memento Mori helps you wake up to life's fragility, then Amor Fati will be your compass to embrace everything the day brings, good or bad, with intention and love. Don't miss it. Lesson number 7, Amor Fati. Have you ever asked yourself, why do bad things always seem to happen exactly when you need everything to go smoothly? One morning, you wake up, ready for a new day, and suddenly the air conditioner breaks. It's hot, time is tight, and you start getting irritated, feeling like your whole day is ruined by one small inconvenience. But in that exact moment, if you are someone who practices Stoic philosophy, you wouldn't ask, "Why me?" You would learn to say, "Good, this is necessary." The concept of Amor Fati, which means love of fate, is one of the core pillars of Stoicism. It's not just about accepting what happens. It's about actively loving everything that comes your way, whether good or bad. Because with a disciplined mind, you understand that every event, even the unwelcome ones, is an essential part of the universe's order. And as a rational being, you are capable of something even greater, turning adversity into fuel for growth. Instead of resisting reality, the practitioner of Amor Fati works with it. When the air conditioner breaks in the morning, you can choose to get angry, complain, and let that negative emotion linger throughout your day. Or you can step outside and let the heat motivate you to walk a few quick laps around the neighborhood. You move your body, breathe deeply, and take in the early light things you've probably overlooked in favor of comfort. It didn't go your way, but you didn't over the situation, but over yourself. This is how you train your mind each morning, not by demanding the world fit your preferences, but by training your mind to stay in harmony with the world. Every small inconvenience, rain, traffic, or a cancelled meeting can be a light test for your mindset. If you pass, you strengthen your inner resilience. If you fail, you get another chance to try again the very next day. Practicing Amor Fati every morning means preparing your mind to face any scenario. Instead of reacting passively, you adjust actively. Instead of asking, "Why me?" you smile and say, "It's me, and I'm strong enough to make this useful." Mental discipline isn't about trying to control everything. It's about releasing control over what you cannot change and taking control of how you respond. Amor Fati is an essential step in that journey. Every morning, remind yourself, whatever comes, I choose to love it and make it part of me. Lesson number 8. Train your body as you train your mind. A strong mind cannot last long in a weakened body. No one understands this better than a Stoic. Training the mind is never separate from training the body. It's not just a mutually supportive relationship, it's a unity. The body and the mind uplift each other, grow together. Every time you force yourself to get up early, lace up your shoes, and start moving, you're sending a clear message. I am in control of myself. You can feel it even in the simplest mornings. Just 15 minutes of jogging or 2 minutes of planking, and your body starts releasing endorphins, the happiness hormones that help reduce stress and boost your mood. Steady breaths. Each step on the road, they give you a break from the chaos in your mind and bring you back to the present moment. This is the state the Stoics call being fully present in reason. What's amazing is that after a workout, you don't just feel physically refreshed, you also think more clearly. Petty worries seem smaller. Decisions become easier to make. But this goes beyond just physical benefits. When you commit to exercising, even if it's just a few minutes each day, you are building a core Stoic virtue, discipline. Working out is a form of resistance against laziness, against procrastination. Two of the most dangerous enemies of a mind that wants to grow. Every drop of sweat proves you can do hard things not because you feel like it, but because you know it's the right thing to do. If you want to discipline your mind each day, Start by disciplining your body. You don't need to train like an athlete. Just get out of bed, stretch, take a deep breath, and start with small movements. These are your personal good morning gestures, a greeting from someone living with intention. So what about you? How are you training your body each morning? Share your experiences or routines in the comments below. You never know. What you share might just inspire someone else to start their journey of discipline. Lesson number 9. Read and reflect on a Stoic quote. Every morning, before diving into the whirlwind of work and responsibilities, I spend exactly 3 minutes reading a few lines from Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. Not much, just 1 or 2 sentences. But then I pause, pick up a pen, and write down what it makes me think about. Some days I write about the brevity of time. Other days it's about anger or staying calm in the midst of chaos. And the strange thing is, those words, which seem like ancient philosophy, become a source of strength for the rest of my day. That is the power of Stoic philosophy. The teachings of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, or Epictetus aren't dogmatic theories, they're mental medicine. Short, profound sentences that can shift your mindset, like adjusting the rudder of a ship to keep it from drifting off course in open water. When your mind first wakes up, it's soft, impressionable. If you open your phone and start scrolling through bad news or social media, you're pouring fuel on the fire of anxiety. But if you start your day with a Stoic thought, something like, "You have power over your mind, not outside events," realize this, and you will find strength. You're reminding yourself that you always have the power to choose your response to whatever happens. Reading a Stoic quote isn't just reading, it's reflecting. It asks you to pause and connect those words with your own life experience. You might copy down a quote, then write a short note like, "I tend to react too quickly when I'm criticized. Today, I'll try pausing for 5 seconds before responding." That's when theory becomes action and your mind begins to change. Modern psychology backs this up. Studies show that morning journaling combined with self-reflection can reduce stress, improve focus, and enhance decision-making. When you view yourself through the lens of a powerful idea, you don't just think more clearly, you feel like you're living with purpose. From that small habit, you start to build a steady psychological foundation, one where you're not easily swept away by impulsive emotions or external chaos. That's when you truly discipline your mind, not through pressure or rigid control, but through the clarity of calm, conscious thought. And every morning like that, you're not just reading a quote, you're reshaping how you see the world. Lesson number 10. Journaling. Every morning is a blank page. But before you write the next chapter of your day, pause to reread the last one. The Stoics didn't encourage living in the past, but they always emphasized learning from it. Journaling isn't just about putting words on paper, it's a practice in thinking clearly, cleansing the mind, and, most importantly, having an honest conversation with yourself. Stoics often begin and end each day with 3 simple yet powerful questions. What did I do well today? Where did I fall short? And how can I improve tomorrow? This isn't a test, it's a mirror. a mirror for the soul, to see yourself more clearly, not to judge, but to understand and grow. There's no supervisor, no grades, just you, your pen, and your honesty. You don't have to write much. 5 minutes is enough. Choose a fixed time morning for setting direction or evening for reflection. When you write, don't dress up your words. Don't try to sound positive. Be real. Write as if you're talking to a wise teacher inside you, one who doesn't scold, only listens and helps you grow little by little. At first, it might feel strange. What should I write? Why am I talking to myself? But after just a few days, you'll start to feel the difference. Journaling is a way to take ownership of your thoughts, recognize your emotions, and keep from being swept up in the rush of life. It pulls you out of autopilot mode. It teaches you to think more slowly, deeply, and to look inward instead of just reacting outward. A successful entrepreneur once shared, "Writing in my journal each night not only helps me sleep better, but makes better decisions the next day. Not because writing is some magical therapy, but because it helps you see clearly what's worth holding on to and what you're better off letting go." If you've never tried it, start today. A notebook, a pen, and 5 minutes of silence. Don't box yourself in with structure. You can write short, long, messy, it doesn't matter, as long as it's honest. And if journaling is already part of your life, stay tuned for the next lesson. Because what's coming is the key to turning discipline into your most powerful source of energy, gratitude and forgiveness. Lesson number 11. Practice gratitude and forgiveness. In every journey of training the mind, there is one habit that may seem gentle but holds the deepest power: the practice of gratitude and forgiveness. This is not a hollow emotional gesture. It's a way to cleanse your mind, keep the good, and release the burdens, true to the spirit of someone living by the philosophy of Stoicism. When you practice gratitude, you shift your focus away from lack, anxiety, and dissatisfaction to see what you already have. Not everything is perfect, but there is always something to be thankful for. It could be a roof over your head, a nourishing meal, a loved one by your side, or simply the fact that you're healthy enough to begin a new day. Gratitude calms the nervous system, lowers stress hormones like cortisol, and boosts the release of endorphins, the hormones of joy. You can't be grateful and angry at the same time. Gratitude helps you pause and realize many things you take for granted are actually blessings. But alongside gratitude comes forgiveness, and that's the harder part. Forgiveness doesn't mean you condone someone's wrongs. It means you refuse to let the hurt continue to control your mind. When you hold on to anger and resentment, you imprison yourself in the very emotions that wounded you. Forgiveness is the act of the strong, the one who chooses freedom from emotional burdens. For a Stoic, the only thing you can truly control is your attitude and your response. So why choose to carry those wounds into a new day? Start your morning with one simple but powerful act. Write down 3 things you're grateful for today. It could be the presence of family, a healthy body, or the opportunity to learn something new. Say thank you not just with words, but with presence and the way you live. And if there's still something unresolved with someone, a misunderstanding, an apology left unsaid, send a message, make a call, or if you're not ready, just write down what you wish to say and forgive them in your heart. You'll feel as if you've taken off a heavy backpack that's quietly been weighing on your shoulders all this time. Gratitude and forgiveness cost no time, no money, but they offer the greatest gift, a liberated mind and a lighter heart. It's the gift you should give yourself every morning to begin your day not only with a clear mind, but with a soul at peace. Stoicism doesn't just teach you to be resilient, it teaches you to be free from within. And gratitude and forgiveness are the gateway to that freedom. We've just gone through 11 powerful steps to train your mind each morning, starting from seemingly simple actions like embracing silence, setting goals, and journaling, to deeper Stoic principles like Premeditatio, Malorum, the circle of control, and practicing gratitude. Each step is a building block, helping you create a strong, calm, and intentional mindset, true to the spirit of Stoicism. Now it's your turn to take action. Try the 7-day challenge. Every morning, follow all 11 steps and observe how your emotions, productivity, and perspective on life begin to shift. Then, share your results in the comments below. And don't forget, which lesson stood out to you the most? Let us know your answer. If you found this video helpful, hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss what's coming next. And hold on, don't click away just yet. Your next video is waiting in the corner. See you there.